Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you so much for checking out another episode of the show. Today's features returning guest, my buddy, Chris Hobbs. You know Chris from his work in Cavo, and he stops by to talk about a brand new project he's working on with a fellow friend of the show, Chris Curd, and they have a group called MadLove they've been working on, and so had a lot of fun talking about this project, and you're going to hear a little sneak peek at their EP on today's episode. Do want to remind you, as always, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Roughneck Beard Company and American Rambler, located here in St. Louis, Missouri, over in the Maplewood area. Stop in and visit them, or shop 24/7 at roughneckbeardcompany.com. Check out their full line of amazing beard oils, like their Honey Shot, infused with honeysuckle, vanilla, and sage, or maybe something a little different like their Sump Lifeblood, infused with coffee beard oil. You can check out their Beard Batter, one of my personal favorite products. Maybe even their Holy Grail Pine Tar Mustache Wax. You want to put a little wax in that mustache? Check that out. You can find it all at roughneckbeardcompany.com, and be sure to use my code RPP15 for an exclusive 15% off your purchase. Again, all kinds of wonderful products over there, all locally sourced, and you can find right there in Maplewood, Missouri, or 24/7 at roughneckbeardcompany.com, and use my code RPP for 15% off. Also, big thank you to my friends at Friendship Brewing Company here in Wentzville, Missouri, serving up the finest in craft brews. You can stop in and check it out with 25 rotating taps in there. You can also pick up some nachos and some sandwiches. You can have a great time with listening to a bunch of live music over there, especially now that it's warming up. The patio is a great hangout. Come over and enjoy some of their beverages at Friendship Brewing Company. You can find them at friendshipbrewingcompany.com. Be sure to follow along on Facebook and Instagram, and stop in and check it out. They recently launched a new beer in honor of a fallen soldier and a Wentzville native, Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz, and I think it's super cool what they're doing over there. And all the proceeds of that particular beer can go right to his foundation. Please get out and support that cause. Again, friendshipbrewingcompany.com, Friendship Brewing Company in Wentzville, Missouri. If you need me, you can find me at rockpaperpodcast.com. Hit me up on the socials. Feel free to email me at rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. And with all that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy a brand new episode with Chris Hobbs.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with returning guest, Chris Hobbs.
Well, what is up? How
Hey
you
man,
doing?
I'm great. I am glad to be here hanging with you.
Likewise, man. It's been too long.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely way too long. We keep in contact, shoot messages every now and then back and forth, and but this is what's fun about for me if we're doing the show is just gives us an excuse to catch up with buddies and
Yeah. So we just kind of hey, you want to get together,
right?
And talk about music? Sure.
Yeah, I was kind of had a conversation with Tony from Beyond FM about it. Like, we just hung out earlier, and I was like, it kind of stinks that you have to like schedule time to hang out with your friends sometimes, like to, as now we all like, the adulting and the, families and work and, all the things. So
absolutely. Yeah. Life gets super busy.
Yeah. But
it's not fair.
All right. It's not like you can just say, hey, what are you doing? Let's hang out. So just, you got to schedule everything now. And it's like, but the podcast makes it good for that, where we have something to,
exactly.
we can hang out and have a good time and get something done about it too. But yeah, man, we thought this would be very appropriate timing, being that we just released some brand new music from a new super group.
Yes. Me and Chris Kurt and Andrew Ghiassi formerly from the Hush List. We had Chris had some songs, and we had kind of just got together and melded the minds, and we created a new project we called MadLove. And yeah, we just put an EP of 5 songs out last week, and we're like very, very happy, very excited to get them out finally, because it was quite a long process and kind of an unorthodox way of writing and recording songs that we've ever done, with all the we had some hiccups along the way, and it just feels good to have it out finally.
Yeah. Well, obviously, you two go way back. I mean, like, you guys have been making music together. You and Kurt been making music together for a long time, and like, where's the idea like to do this MadLove? Like, where's the initial? Obviously, like, kind of from the ashes of Hush List, I guess, like, as that project kind of came to an end, you guys...
See, what was that? I guess it was about 2017. I stepped in and played guitar in the Hush List for a few shows.
Right.
And maybe you can go back a little bit further than that. The Hush List was a band that me and Casey from Cavo really liked a lot.
Right.
We went and saw them many times. They opened up for us a couple times, and we were kind of just really interested. We thought they were a really interesting band.
Sure.
And Chris has a really interesting voice and way of writing songs, and the band behind him was like, top of the line players. So they sounded great. An opportunity came up for me to play in the band, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. I dig this stuff, and I like his style of songwriting and stuff. And I thought maybe if I get in his band, we can come together and write some new stuff, and it'd be really, really cool. And so we did that. We played a few shows. It went really well. But as we just said, like, the kind of busyness of adult life kind of can wear on a band a lot of times. And you push really hard, and all of a sudden it's like, we just don't have time for this. This happens. And it's like, next thing you know, there's, just a few guys standing. And that kind of happened with, me, Chris, and Andrew. And he had some songs, and I was like, we just need to just finish this as us. I mean,
right.
we can do it. Andrew had a studio in his basement, so we kind of just made a pact. Like, we'll get together once a week, and we'll sit here, have a couple beers, hang out. Kind of like we said, just make an excuse to hang out with each other,
sure,
and work on something. And that's kind of how it became. It wasn't more of a band. Chris has described it more of like a collective,
right.
It's like, whatever, we're just coming together to make music. And that's what we did. We wrote a bunch of songs, and yeah, here we are.
Yeah, man. This, now, readily available wherever you get your, digital music at, but, we got MadLove and, titled Heavy Stones, is the name of the EP, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that's the lead off track and the name of the EP.
Yeah, man. This, again, like, I mean, I've known Kurt for 20 plus years now.
Oh, really?
Wow. We, I don't even remember. It's probably around 99, 2000 or something we met. And I've known Megan for forever, too.
Yeah.
So, me and Megan went to school together and for a while. And, so that's kind of how, like, it all kind of came around, and Chris was doing shows with some buddies of mine in around town, and so anyway, just like it's really cool to kind of follow his career path, what he's been doing with music for all these years, and
he's been at it as long as everybody around here.
Right.
It's kind of funny how everyone's like that. You can go back and kind of have all these interesting connections with everybody.
Yeah. But
and where things end up, who would have thought that, 20 years ago.
Sure. But yeah, I've been a super fan for a long time, and whether it was Step Back Leopard or the Leopard or Hushless to now MadLove. And so when I knew he was involved with the project, and I was like, I'm excited to check it out. And
cool.
And that's kind of the thing. You never know really, like, the people making it, but you never really know exactly what you're going to get until you hit play.
Because you don't know where their head's at the moment,
it's like it's always exciting for me. Like, it's like to hit play and figure out what's this new band going to sound like. What's this? So you guys released a couple singles.
Yeah, we went ahead. We had the 5 songs, and we weren't sure how we were going to do it, so we decided to put a few songs out, and then maybe just kind of put the rest out at a future date. So we decided to put out a couple songs we really liked. Gang Gang was the first one, and Trying to Sleep was one of our favorites. We did that second. Then we're like, let's just go ahead and put them together and get them all out there.
Yeah. Well, so Trying to Sleep came out, and I just texted Chris Kurt about it the other day. I said, it was fun for me with this song kind of. I just like had that moment where I was listening and I was like, oh yeah, man, I know this song. And I realized he played it one of the singer-songwriter showcases I put together out in Chesterfield. And
I was there.
Yeah, man, it was such a good night. Yeah, and but he played it, solo acoustic, so it was like cool to hear the idea, the song idea that he had then, and then seeing it recorded now as a finished product for the EP. So. This was, obviously, you shared a sweet story to go with it, and everything is around lyrics and stuff that night and things. So, it's great song, man. It's just cool to hear it all cleaned up and all the bells and whistles on it and stuff.
Yeah.
But what do you recall recording that song with?
Yeah, that one. It kind of had the same thing that you had. Like he played that song, like just the bare bones acoustic version of it. I was like, man, that's a really cool song. Like it just has a really cool vibe to it. And it's like a little bit slower because we had a lot of stuff that was kind of a little more up tempo and like kind of not. We didn't really have anything. He didn't have anything that I'd heard up to that point in this new batch of songs that sounded like that. It's like, wow, that's really great. I think we ended up needing to like add a couple parts to it, but that's kind of my fun part of being in this project is I get to hear like this really cool song and just kind of pitch ideas on where to take it and maybe rearrange a few things and then add some of the parts to it. But that one was kind of a pretty ready to go song. Like if you listen to the song, it's driven mainly by the acoustic and his voice. So that was one I really liked to work on because it was just kind of like a really good polished song and just add all the cool fun noises to it and play piano and stuff behind it. Really cool.
Lately I've been having trouble trying to sleep. My thoughts are up against me. Vocal know what it means. I think it's always been that nothing ever phases me. When the time is right, my friend, hold on to what you know. When the moon has shown no rings, you'll be the first to know. Close my eyes just to see you smile. takes me back, I wanna stay for a little while. With a little taste, I can make it by trying to sleep, trying to sleep. Time is right, my friend. Hold on to what you know. When the moon has shown or ends, you'll be the first to know. When the time is right, my friends, hold on to everything you know. When the moon has shown or ends, you'll be the first to know. Close my eyes just to see you smile. It takes me back, I wanna stay for a little while. With a little taste, I can make it by trying to sleep, I'm trying to sleep. I close my eyes, hoped you'd follow me further down into my dreams. I close my eyes, hoped you'd follow me deeper down to dreams of me. Close my eyes just to see you smile. It takes me back. Close my eyes just to see you smile. It takes me back, I wanna stay for a little while. With a little taste, I can make it by trying to sleep, trying to sleep. Close my eyes just to see you smile. It takes me back, I wanna stay for a little while. With a little taste, I can make it by trying to sleep, trying to sleep. I close my eyes just to see you smile. Just to see you
Yeah, there's sometimes, you hear those stories, but like sometimes they kind of come in with that. It's like the song doesn't need anything else. Like this is, it's good.
Yeah, it's like it's good. It
Yeah.
sounds like I've already
Yeah.
heard it before. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it sounds classic in my head already. Like that's how catchy it sounded to me. I'm like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I really really like this one, and I was just so, and then obviously like I said, Gang was also out there as a single, and so you got these like to kind of hold you over a little bit, give you a little sampler, kind of what you guys were up to until the proper EP release. What was that? Was that 14th or what was that?
It was last Wednesday, the 16th.
16th.
Last Wednesday we
Yeah.
dropped it. Yeah.
So so now, like I said, everywhere you can find the whole EP together, and But I was wondering about like when you guys were pitching the idea like to bring MadLove together in this collective that you're calling it. Like what was like some of the ideas? Like did you guys have like any idea like as far as this kind of needs to be this or whatever, or this kind of something like what this band's doing, but with this, or were any of these, what was like kind of that conversation?
It wasn't so much driven by that, but I will say like it did come out of kind of the ashes of the Hush List. So we kind of had that formula, which kind of is Chris's style. But I will say we were both, back in this was 2017, we were both really into the last Chili Peppers record, The Getaway, with when Josh Klinghoffer was still in the band. We really, both of us really loved that record, and we both loved the Cage Elephant Social Cues record. So we were kind of just really vibing on those, and it kind of did, I think, kind of steer maybe a little bit kind of where we wanted to go, like a little more of like the atmosphere and like kind of the groove and the kind of just the movement of the record to go with the songs. So that's kind of, if there was something I would say that influenced, it would be probably those two records really stuck on us.
Yeah, man. I see you got your Chili Peppers. I know you've been a fan for a long time. I think we've probably even talked about them on the show, but I've been a fan for a long time, but never got to see them live. And I know this 2022 they announced a run of dates, and
no St. Louis.
Yeah, that was kind of the bummer.
Somewhere.
So, but I bought tickets to go see him in Orlando. So
I got pretty dope.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is like a super fan too, and he's never seen him, and I was like, he lives in Jacksonville now. He was transferred down there with AB Anheuser-Busch, and he's
cool.
So he's working down in Jacksonville, and I was like, well, either he'd have to drive up. There was like Chicago and Nashville, and I was like, either drive or fly up to meet me in Nashville or Chicago or whatever, or I'll just come down to the beach and have a vacation and
go sounds a little better to
go
me.
see the Chili Peppers, and he can drive down for the night and meet us in Orlando. And I was like, so that's what we decided to do, and
that is a good plan.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
So I forget now who's opening that date. I know Beck's doing a couple of shows with them. There's a couple of different openers on each leg of the.
Yeah, they have some pretty good openers.
Yeah.
I can't remember all of them right now.
Yeah, I can't remember who's on that one, but I was like, man, I wish I know it's not Beck, but I would have liked to have seen that because I've never seen Beck either.
I think Beck and the Chili Peppers would be a pretty good show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think they're only doing like a couple in California together or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's sticking West Coast on that section of the tour or something. So, but yeah, I was like, man, that'd be a good night. So
absolutely. Yeah. Chili Peppers probably my main influence as a musician my whole life. I just loved them since I was a kid, and fortunately they've just been making great music most of my life. So yeah, it's a band I can always come back to and just really enjoy. Just remember enjoying them as a kid and enjoying them now, and I'm sure I'll enjoy the new music that comes out. And I've seen them a few times, but I'll have to make one of these.
Well, and what I also got really excited because Frusciante's on the tour, so
absolutely, he's probably my favorite guitarist. So
so I'm like, that got me like, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's gonna be cool.
For sure, you gotta check that out.
Yeah, right.
You can't miss that.
Yep. So I'm glad he's back and ready to go, and they've made some funny videos already.
That news broadcast one, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So. It looks like they're all having fun and ready to.
That's cool.
I'm glad to and that's the thing. Like a band that's been doing it for this long and they can still have fun together like that.
Exactly.
Like
take themselves so seriously.
Right. So that
have some fun.
Yeah, that felt good about it. Like it's just like some of those guys you can tell like they do. You hear all the stories of that they hate each other and can't even whatever and like but. But these guys all seem to still be having a lot of fun together, like they were still kids. And
it's refreshing.
Yeah,
gives you something to shoot for as a band.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, man. Yeah, that's my. I think September is that show. So nice. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'll send you some pictures or something.
Take some videos and send them.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So I thought this might be cool to, since we're here talking about the EP, maybe share some insight on some of your help building these songs. And we wanted to share a song called Heavy Stones, which again, title EP. But I thought it might be cool to kind of dive into it a little more, like the guitars and, and the things like that we add to it. And like, so is there anything really kind of comes to mind as you guys started building this particular track? And
yeah, this is, I'll try to remember as much as I can. I do remember Heavy Stones. This is one of the first ones I think we really started to collaborate on. So yeah, we were kind of sending each other some ideas, and he would kind of just text me random kind of things. And like one night he sent me kind of this, really flamenco-y kind of like, Spanish vibes kind of like guitar. And he kind of just played that a couple times, and it was in a mix of something else he sent me, and I was like, "Yeah, I like that. That's really unique and different." I haven't heard a song that you've written sound like that yet.
Yeah.
So we picked up, started working on that. Kind of came up with a cool rhythm and a bass line. He had the chorus that is there now, but it was he had it over some like strummy chords or something, I remember, and it was kind of just the song and the lyrics kind of really invoked kind of like a dream-like kind of state to me. Like the chorus is I can't feel my legs, I must be still asleep, standing on the corner of all of my dreams. So I kind of wanted the whole song to kind of have a really nonsensical kind of shifting different places kind of dream-like thing, because dreams sometimes you're just like,
sure,
things shift suddenly on you. So you kind of had this thing. I was like, well, like I kind of wanted to come up with something. It's like here, I think I have the track pulled up. This piano part. So this came up with these simple piano chords, and so I kind of sent that to him, and figured we could have a whole kind of beat drop right there. And he dug it, and like I wasn't really sure if it was going to work. Then he sang over it, and it kind of came together. And it was really, really cool. Like that's one of the, it's kind of a weird song, like, but we kind of just kind of went with it. That's kind of another cool thing about doing it the way we did it. It was just like kind of the three of us hanging out. Like we can just kind of not really worry about how formulated it is and how much sense it's going to make. It's like, it just felt really cool and exciting to do it that way. And there's like a kind of really cool drum breakdown in the second verse. It kind of takes you in a whole nother place. So that's definitely a song that kind of really got me interested in like moving forward with this stuff. Like, wow, we're really capable of doing some cool stuff together. So yeah, that's one of my kind of favorite ones to remember writing.
Yeah.
Zion covered that smile that melts into your wings and fray in the heat of 1,000 suns. Explode! can feel my legs. I must be still asleep, standing on the corner of all of my dreams.
You listened to his lyrics and then started kind of like we'll see where those take you as far, like you're saying, building this like dream idea.
Yeah. Like with this one, with a lot of them, that's kind of how it goes. Like I'll just hear a little thing it'll play or kind of pull something out of it. And like, okay, well, like this, we have a song Lip Crush, and it has a really cool bass line, but it was the guitar line he had written for it. So we kind of just switched that over to the bass, and then I kind of came up with a new kind of guitar idea for it. So it was basically kind of just seeing the songs and kind of just seeing what I could add to them and make them interesting. You
check out the new Kanye West documentary on?
I haven't
on Netflix. Eunice or something, whatever they're calling it, something like that. But he, I don't know, man. I know his personal life is all over, right now, like, and it's kind of a lot of the antics involved with, all the crazy stuff in his, in the personal side of his life and things. But, this is, it's pretty wild to watch this, documentary. There's only been the one episode so far. Mm-hmm. And it was like really neat to see like kind of the insight of him, like building some of these beats, especially what became College Dropout.
Yeah.
And, which is one of my favorite records, still, like, but so that whole idea behind production wise, like building songs like that is like, something that really, fascinates me. Like it's an interesting world, and especially, like, hearing some of the way it's detailed in the documentary and stuff is really interesting. And this guy, like his buddy started just like filming everything, like, 20 years ago, and
it's so cool that you get to see it.
Yeah,
and a fly on the wall.
Right. Yeah, it's like he just started filming, and they kept saying they were shooting a documentary, but at the time, all Kanye was like only really known for creating some beats, and they go through the part where they he gets like Jay-Z picks up the H to the Izzo beat, and like that's kind of where they like started making him like more of a name, and all these things started happening and stuff. Like, but anyway, it's just like, I don't know. It's for me also. It's so weird to like look back at this. Like, we obviously it's happened to a lot of various artists, but like you watch this guy, he's just hustling as a hungry young artist, and then obviously to know the future, like he becomes one of the world's largest artist, but it's just exciting, like to watch it and like be back there and like like I said in 99 or whatever, 2000 something, whatever it was when he's started creating this record and stuff. I think in 2000 he signed with Rockefeller Records, or 2002, whatever maybe it was, I don't know, so whatever it was then. But anyway, it's cool, man. If you're into, like, I know obviously some of what you do and some again as an artist, that might be cool for you to see some of that insight.
I'll check it out for sure. Yeah, I mean, I've always loved the studio side of making music. It's really fun to kind of get in that creative, bunker and just kind of just really try ideas out and see where it can take you.
Yeah, man.
And sometimes a song you don't really like that much becomes magical to you, just because of certain little twists and turns, and it's really a lot of what I love about making music.
Yeah. So did you guys do a lot of this like in-house, or how or did you guys go to a studio, or you said to your friend,
well, Andrew Ghiassi, he plays drums,
right,
and he did have a studio in his basement, which kind of, when we were in just kind of the starting out phase of kind of making songs and just kind of having fun, that's where we were for over a year, I would say. We did that like a couple nights a month. We'd get together and just work on stuff and hang out. So we're kind of sitting around like, well, what are we going to do with this stuff? Do we want to actually, keep writing songs in Andrew's basement? Do we want to record something? So we kind of came to the conclusion we wanted to record some songs. So we were looking around to kind of find where to do it and who to do it with. And we came across Andrew and Chris's friend, John Hesserer. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, from Hello Ground.
Yeah.
Asthmatic Recordings.
Yeah, I've been over there.
I didn't really know him at the time, but they showed me a bunch of his videos, and like it's really cool stuff. He was doing all his cover songs, and like he had a great studio with really good gear, and it's like, okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So let's do that. And he's local. We can go there and still work our jobs and go record music at night and kind of do what we're doing just over there and get it done a little bit better. So we did that. We did some pre-pro, kind of got the basic songs laid out, like the scratch tracks with him. And we went to Sherpa Studios, Brentwood. That's where we laid down the drums. Andrew laid down the drums, and I laid down the bass. So we had that. We took that back to John's place and started recording there. And this is probably coming right at the late 2019. So obviously, cue 2020. John ended up getting he didn't get COVID, but he ended up getting really sick.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was, in bad shape for a few months. So it was kind of like, okay, well, we get, things are going crazy now. We just need to kind of just close it up for a minute.
Right.
So we kind of took a break for a few months, and it kind of became clear he was, he wasn't really in a condition to like, hey man, let's just keep working on a record, dude. Come on, let's go.
Right.
But so we got that's kind of when we got the bug to do the in-house stuff. Like we're sitting in a room right now with a lot of my recording stuff, and I didn't have that then. So we also Andrew already had his studio. Chris had a studio going. So I got something going in my house, and then we kind of figured out a way to get all the tracks from John. And then we're like, okay, well, we can kind of just bounce this around our houses and keep working on it. So we kind of started doing it like that. And that's when we kind of cued in Rich Crybomb. Rich Crybomb is a good friend of Cavo's, mine Cavo's. He's worked with us since day one.
Yeah.
Known him for maybe 30 years.
Very, very talented man.
Yeah. Magic Man Mixing, I think is what his business name. Yeah, he's definitely the man when it comes to mixing around here. So I called him up and see if he could help us out, because we're kind of novices at this. We don't really know what we're doing. So see if he can make heads or tails of all these tracks we got. He ended up kind of getting all the dump of all the tracks and kind of putting them, because they're kind of a little out of order. We didn't really know what to do, and got everything kind of stacked the way it needed to be. And then we kind of continued picking up working, and I did some guitar stuff here. Chris did some vocal stuff at his place, and he ended up coming here and doing the rest of the vocals. So yeah, and then like we were talking about it, is some of the most unorthodox way, like all these different places we were recording this, and like the years of kind of just like picking it back up, and then like forgetting about it for a month, and like it was very interesting and like eye-opening, because like you get the song back after 2 months of not having it, and like, oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. And it kind of gave you a whole new idea, and like, oh, I kind of want to maybe do that a little differently, and like, so we really got to slow cook these ideas a lot. So that was really cool. So we got to kind of come back and keep kind of really fine-tuning every little thing you wanted to do in the song, and kind of try new things out. Like I never really liked that part, so I want to do it a little bit different this time. It's like I was a different person 6 months ago, and I kind of feel like I want to go here with this now. So yeah, it was really cool. It was like I've never done anything like that. Maybe I won't ever again, but sure, it was definitely an experience.
I can imagine, like, I feel like that's probably a lot of people, like, ultimately you have all the time in the world to create this thing, and then once you put it out, then that's, once you stamp it saying it's done, then it's like,
Yep.
yeah. So, I mean, obviously you can remix it, re-release it, do all that, whatever you want to do with it too. But, so it's like, I feel like a lot of artists are like that, like where they overanalyze it, overthink it. And it's like, sometimes it's, you're sitting here listening to it so many times and so many, oh, I can do that better, or I can do this different, or what, and it's like, sometimes it almost need to, like that, to just be like, all right, hey,
I forgot.
we're done with that track.
Dump it all out of your brain.
Yeah.
And like come back to it later.
Right.
With a whole new perspective.
Sure.
Yeah.
But no, I love it, man. I like I said, I was really pumped to give it a listen. I'm sure you were too, that it was fine. This project finally, the EP is finally finished, and after a couple of years, like you said.
Yeah, it was really gratifying hearing we got the final master back, and like, dudes, we actually did this.
Right.
It seemed impossible, and we did it. It's finished. And we have these songs. Like, let's just get them out there and see what people think about them.
For sure. So you said, obviously being in the band together, but this was the first time you and Chris Curd recorded actually music together?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't known him as long as you. I kind of just started to know him through the Hush List, because Rack and Bon and the Hush List, I go a little bit further back with them. I knew them a long time ago. So like, my friend's new band, and the singer Chris is kind of where we were introduced. I was like, man, this is a really cool band. You guys are doing awesome. And then
sure. Yeah. But that's so. It's cool that this all is complete now. I was wondering, like, as far as live, like, what that might look like and sound like.
We've kind of kicked it around. I mean, again, this was kind of just something just as like kind of a collective studio thing, and we didn't really think about. I mean, honestly, we didn't even know if we were going to ever release it, because things kept kind of going sideways on us. And to do it live, it would obviously be a little bit of a hindrance, because Chris lives in Colorado now. He moved last summer, but we could probably still record. Just getting a band together and recording would be probably. It would take some effort, but I mean, it could definitely be done. Yeah. I mean,
is that
harder things have been done?
Sure.
So.
Yeah. I didn't know. I just was wondering if that was in talks at all, or anything to maybe try to do some kind of.
We haven't had it. I mean,
it'd be fun to like do some, a proper release party or something, like, to celebrate.
That would be really cool.
Celebrate this record, make it a special event of it all, and and that kind of thing. So.
Yeah. We'll definitely, keep that door open for sure. Yeah. And once Chris knows kind of like his availability to be around the area, I definitely don't say it won't ever happen.
Yeah, crazier things have happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. No, I just that would be cool, man.
It would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we can get him back here sometime and make that happen. But I know it kind of at least we have the phones and internet and everything else to keep us in contact with him as much as we can. But it kind of stinks that he's not so close anymore and stuff. But
it's true. He wished he could be here for this talk too, but I think it's the little girl's birthday today. Yeah, Zeppy.
Yeah, which. I'm happy for him, man. Like, just he's crushing it as dad and everything.
Yeah, he's killing it, man.
So
he's got his little fam in Colorado.
Right. Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome, man.
Yeah,
as I've seen some of his pictures and things, and I'm just like, yep, that sounds cool.
Yeah,
it's like, but yeah, I don't know. I'd like to. We talk about it every now and then, me and Stacy, about picking up and hitting the road and trying something different, somewhere else even for a year or whatever, just to see some more of the world. And
if you can, I don't know. I think the world's waking up to that right now. You know,
I think it'd be cool. It'd be super scary.
It would be
taking a chance, but it would be interesting though. Just like I said, to get to see something different for a while.
Yeah.
But like I said, my brother-in-law being in Jacksonville, he's, I helped move him down there, and it was like, total change for him.
My brother moved down to Florida too recently.
Yeah.
In 2020 or 2021.
Yeah.
Sorry, but a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Clearwater, Florida. So yeah.
But that kind of thing now. So they were my mother-in-law's down there right now, visiting, taking herself a little vacation, and I was they're sending us beach pictures, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, what? Just sitting in the ice and
it's 60 degrees ice, then 60 degrees, then ice.
Yeah. So but that's the kind of thing. I was just like, I would love to be closer to the beach or mountains or all the other cool things. So, but
absolutely,
I do love here in St. Louis. I love what we have happening. There's like so much to offer, and it's cheap living for the most part. So a lot of good tunes and good food and a lot of things happening around town.
Yeah, I mean, I've traveled a lot, but I've always lived in St. Louis, grew up in St. Louis. So yeah, I dig St. Louis, Missouri. I think it's a great town.
Sure,
has a lot to offer.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and like I think as far as for artists, I think it, compared to coastal, this is definitely a lot more affordable and things. And so I don't know, there are a lot of good things too. But yeah, man. I've been changing gears a little bit. Well, before we close, I want to say you can find MadLove on Instagram and wherever you're getting your digital music at today. Is there will there be any sort of physical or anything else as far as this release, or are we just
no, we just did a digital drop. Right. We're on Instagram at MadLove Band. That's where you can kind of keep up on all things MadLove. So yeah, we just put this out. We do have some other stuff recorded, and we may drop another song sometime soon. Okay. So definitely follow us at those places, and that should be coming soon.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I also wanted, while I have you here, I wanted to also talk about another project you're involved in, and you were telling me when we sat down that there might be some new Cavo in the works. Absolutely.
There is going to be a lot of new Cavo coming in the next 2 years. We have a bunch of songs written, and kind of the way we're gonna do it this time, instead of doing like a record, we're gonna record batches of songs. So we've recorded 5 new original songs that are done. They're mixed. Well, I think they're just about done being mixed. So those are going to be coming, and I could probably say safely late spring, early summer at the latest. So that's coming soon, and I'm digging these new songs. They're really cool. So we're doing that. We're going to do like a batch of 5 original songs, and then we're going to do like a batch of cover songs, and then a batch of original songs, and we're going to do 6 EPs total, 3 being originals and 3 being covers. So we have the originals that are going to be coming soon, and we've recorded. We're in the process of recording the first batch of covers right now, and the covers are sounding way cooler than I thought they were.
Yeah,
yeah. I guess we did Come Undone, that cover. That may be the only cover we've ever done. But we're recording these. I wasn't sure how they would go, and some of them we kind of did them the way they were going, and then some of them we kind of took some liberties with, and I think they're going to turn out pretty cool. So
yeah,
so definitely keep track of Cavo, because there's going to be a ton of new music coming soon. There's going to be an original EP coming soon, and then the cover one will be coming out later this year. And then keep your eyes open for more, because then we'll just put another original out, then another cover, and so forth until it's done.
Yeah. What was that? A Thrice cover you guys did?
Oh yeah, for your 300th episode. Yeah.
Well, just you guys acoustic.
Yeah, that was fun.
You and Casey.
We wanted to do that, and like we were getting ready, and we were sitting back at the gas light.
Yeah.
And we're like, that song was like popping at the radio at that point. Like,
Right.
hey, and like I was kind of back there and like I kind of figured out how to play it a little bit in case it's like, let's do that.
Yeah.
So like we literally just kind of like learned it like 5 minutes before
Right.
we went out there and played it. I'm so glad we didn't mess it up.
Yeah. Well, I remember that was cool. I mean, it's a great song, obviously.
Thrice
but
is
yeah.
like a great band. Yeah.
Yeah. That,
We're huge fans.
Well, yeah, I remember that being a cool thing, just like, something different from you guys. So, but yeah, man, I'm pumped about that to hear that you guys are more new tunes on the way and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's been a little bit. So
Yeah, it's really cool kind of getting back in the Cavo gear again and writing songs and stuff. You don't know how much you miss it until you start doing it again. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, this is incredible. I forgot how fun it is to, just go to the studio and write some stuff.
Yeah, and I like you saying, I like the idea of the whole covers too, because I don't know, like some people kind of rip on them, just like they'd rather. I mean, I don't know. Some people love them, some people hate them, whatever. I don't know. It's just like everybody's got an opinion about everything.
Yeah.
So, but I do like you're saying, hearing some of the when people take some liberties with some of these and make them their own. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Doing just like a plain exactly the same. It's like, yeah, well, what's really the point of that? But if you're gonna twist it up and make it something completely original, I think that's also a lot of fun there's a whole art to that too. Like
It is. It's tough. Like it really is. Like there is a whole kind of art form to it, and because also there's songs you don't want to touch,
right?
And you realize it, and you're like, this is not going well. We should just leave this alone because it was good as it was, and we're just kind of ruining it. So let's pick a new one.
Yeah.
Or some of them just you kind of feel like you could take it a certain way, and you do, and it just doesn't really go where you want. And sometimes we just do it as it is, and kind of you doing it as it is to you, it does kind of come out differently.
Sure,
a little bit.
Casey singing it's going to sound different.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like sometimes you can't help but put your own spin on it.
Right.
Yeah, especially with Casey, his voice kind of is, it's Casey's voice. So.
Sure. What about now? You personally, what's like some of your favorite like covers? Like, do you have any that really kind of come to mind when you think of some of your favorite bands covering songs over the years?
That's a good question.
Is there anything that I know? One of my personals, even though it's fairly close to the original, but Chili Peppers doing "Love Roller Coaster" is
that's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah,
I mean,
I've heard a lot. I've heard them do a lot of covers, and they're always pretty fun the way they do a song.
Yeah.
Like Higher Ground, for instance, was like one of their first really breakthrough songs, and it was a cover song, and they just do it so well. I mean, they're playing the kind of the same parts, but it just really comes across as something totally new.
I also think about Beavis and Butthead every time, so of course, so it's like,
yeah. Oh man, Beavis and Butthead. I started seeing them, watching some of that now and then. Forgot how good it was.
New movie and new episodes. Coming this year, so that got me excited. I was like, yeah, man.
I think it was covers. One I've always loved. Have you ever heard the Deftones cover Sade, "Ordinary Love"?
No, I don't think I don't know.
You gotta check it out. It's really good.
I like. I mean, I know some Deftones. I don't like. I'm probably not like I'm not the. I don't know like all their stuff at all. But like I've seen them in concert a couple, like maybe at least once. I saw them on the Alice in Chains and Mastodon tour. They did all the three of them, but yeah, I don't know. Just I'm
not like a huge Deftones fan. I was kind of like in the '90s kids group of loving the Deftones. I love the kind of Around the Fur and the White Pony. I think is probably my favorite record.
Yeah,
and kind of lost touch after that, but they did this cover a while ago. I remember hearing it maybe in the '90s.
Yeah,
but it's just kind of a song. It's kind of a haunting song as it was the way she did it, and kind of with his voice on it. It just takes the hauntingness of the song to like a whole new level. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, I'll have to give that a spin.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I recently on the Howard Stern show, I heard a what's his Harry Styles did a cover of Sledgehammer
Yeah.
with his band.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed when I heard that. Not that it was bad, but I always wanted to cover that song.
Yeah. Such a great tune.
I wanted to cover that song.
Yeah,
A lot of people have kind of done it now.
Yeah, it's been done, but he did it really well, and like his band is killer, and
Yeah,
like,
they just kind of really played it almost perfectly, and it sounded different because it's him kind of performing it, and kind of brought a whole new life to it.
Yeah,
really, really well done.
Yeah, I mean, like they didn't do anything like super unique with it. They just played it really well, though, and like and like and also it's just cool, especially a younger guy like him, like that still loves,
showing the respect back to the
for sure.
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, so that I like that too. You kind of the nod to the people that did it before you and the greats and stuff. So, but yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like I said, so a well done cover is always a lot of fun. And another one, I saw you have Mad Season over here in the corner, and I actually just recently went back and watched the movie The Faculty, and the Brick in the Wall cover on there.
Brick in the Wall.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd heard that.
The
by the band Mad Season, or
it's called Class of '99 with it's got Lane and it's like I don't know who's all in the group but whatever, but it was like this really cool version of Pink Floyd's Brick in the Wall. I
think I have heard that. I just haven't heard it in a long time. Yeah, I do remember that.
It's like forever ago.
Lane Staley singing anything.
Yeah, but it was like I don't know. It was just cool. I mean, like I love anything him singing, but it was pretty well done. And like I kind of forgot about it too, like you're saying. But I just recently pulled up The Faculty on whatever HBO Max or whatever it was, wherever. And I was like, man, I haven't seen this movie in 20 years, whatever it has been. And so I decided to give it a watch, and it took me right back listening to that tune.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
man.
kind of what we were going for, Cavo, with these covers. Is kind of, I don't want to kind of give away too much of how because we're kind of trying to make each one kind of its own kind of idea,
right?
But it's just like songs we always liked, or songs that kind of are bands that kind of really kind of made you want to play music. And we wanted to pick more songs that were kind of special to us than like just the biggest song ever, so we're trying to pick songs that are, we feel like we can do justice to.
Right. Did anybody put one on the board and it was like, no, absolutely not, we're not doing that one, like, or anything like that, or anybody got without spoiling anything? But
I think a few, where it was like, I don't think I can play that.
All right.
Not that I don't like it. It's just
sure.
You know who plays that, right?
Yeah. Well,
or it was like this a song maybe vocally is a little bit challenging. You can't really wrangle into Casey's range.
Sure. I just imagine with four guys from four different backgrounds, and you guys all have different influence.
Yeah, because it's definitely like a list of songs. Like, whoa, we're all like, that's kind of, but that's also kind of cool because it takes you back to kind of like, as a band, how we kind of came together and started making music, and how it sounds, because we all kind of have these different things we really like, and you can kind of hear that, like, oh yeah, Brian really loves Fishbone. I love Fishbone too. Mm-hmm. And it's like you could kind of hear like, oh wow, you could get some of that funky element into it. We're all Chili Peppers fans, and Casey has his music he loves too, like Matchbox 20s and Phil Collins and a lot of those great singer-songwriters. Andy has tons of music he's into, so it's like so much.
Like he works at a radio station or something.
It's almost like he's a radio DJ or something, and plays in 1,000 bands.
Right. Yeah. Which I think one of the last times probably not the last time, I don't know, it's been a while, but I ran into him at a little in-store live acoustic thing with Robin from Gin Blossoms.
Oh yeah.
He came to town with and was like, so it was, I don't know, it was again just like random occurrence, like hanging out and watching Robin playing a couple of songs, and and then there's Andy just hanging out and
he wasn't playing. He just
he was just
he does
he
play
just,
sometimes.
right.
Like, how cool is that?
Yeah,
like,
right.
That's just like I think is one of his favorite bands growing up.
Oh yeah,
And he gets to play drums for him sometimes.
Sure.
How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he was. It was just. I think he was. I don't know what all was going on, but yeah, he was there in the room, and it was just neat to see him and stuff. But yeah, that was a good day. It was fun to, and then went to Delmar Hall and watched the full band show and stuff. But and I think they're coming back around. That was like the Hey Jealousy anniversary show, and I think they're doing another show, The Pageant, this year now. So, but yeah, a great band.
Yeah, all those 90s bands that are still kicking are really starting to be more fluent touring, which is cool.
Yeah, that's what I remember hearing something like an interview with Daryl Hall years ago. I mean, it's already been a couple years back, but he was talking about how like Hall & Oates are doing more and larger tours now than they ever did in their prime or
their
whatever.
Heyday, yeah. I
it's
can imagine, yeah.
But the music's lived on so long, and then such a following, and so I feel like a lot of those 90s bands are kind of hitting that stride where
the
it's
nostalgia stride where
Right.
they're just getting a whole new market of young people that love their music and want to go see them. It's
Right.
like, wow. And you still got the people that were there the first time around and
they
feel nostalgic and want to go check it out too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I remember I saw like one of those like 90s things not too long ago, like with Everclear and Gin Blossoms and Eve Six, and maybe it was one of those. Maybe it was like the Wayback Point Fest thing, or one of those kind of things. One of those kind of events like that, and I don't know. So it's fun to when you get those kind of festival type of things too, where you just like all kinds of your favorites all in one spot,
like a mixtape of a live show.
I remember the lead singer of Eve Six of that particular show was like, yeah, this song might sound like it was written by an 18-year-old kid because it was, and like, or something, and like that kind of thing. Like, and I was just like, man, that would be weird, like to obviously like McCartney still doing it, singing these same songs that he's wrote when he was a kid, and like, just like it's just kind of strange to think about that, like how like singing the same song, people still want to hear it and sing along for that you wrote when you were 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
And it's, you're whatever, 20, 30 years later, 40, I don't know what, it keeps going on. It's like, but that's pretty wild phenomena, like to think about that.
It's got to be a trip.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right. So, I mean, that's the dream, but like, it's just a strange thing to think about. Like, but no, it was cool, man. It was
yeah. I mean, not only that, but just like, you like Paul McCartney reference, you like, he plays that song in front of 50,000 people and they still react the same way they did in 1967 or 8 or whatever. It's like that's got to be so weird.
He's doing announced a run of dates again. He's still out there doing it, so which is I've never seen him. That'd be,
I almost had a chance to see him, but I have not either, and that's got to be great show.
That would definitely be one of the ones on the bucket list thing. If I can see McCartney live, that would be cool.
Yeah, and it's definitely something to check out because you don't want to miss that train.
Yeah.
So I think I've had a chance to see a bunch of bands that at the time I passed up, and now I'm like, man, if I could go back and take those tickets I had to go maybe see Tom Petty or Prince or something like that. It's like, man, I should have done that.
Yeah. I missed Petty's last time in town, but I did get to see him probably whatever 15 years ago or whatever it was, and like so at least I did once. Black Crowes opened up when I saw him.
Oh wow, that's great.
That was a good night. But yeah, well, Chris, this has been a super fun, man. I'm glad we got to hang tonight. Again, keep your eyes open for some new eyes and ears. Open up for some new Cavo. coming real soon. You can find the MadLove EP everywhere now, and along with all the previous Cavo songs and stuff. You can give those a spin out there. But
yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
follow us on all our socials for all the new stuff coming out, because we're definitely going to be dumping out as much music as we possibly can. So
yeah, and then, and man, I'd be cool to get Cavo on a stage this summer too, somewhere, and do some fun stuff. So hopefully that'll happen.
That's definitely, with all this new music coming, that's definitely something that's on our minds now. So
things are finally, like it's still a little weird, but with some of the protocols that have to be done at the venues, but I'm just glad that everything is going as smooth as it is at some of these venues and things. So
yeah, it seems to be kind of moving again.
Right.
So that's positive.
All right. Yeah. Shows are, not being canceled all the time like they were. And so it's exciting that seeing my calendar filling back up with all the fun shows out and festivals and stuff for the summer and all the other things. And so, yeah, I'm digging it. But thanks, brother. This has been a ton of fun, and hopefully we can do this again soon.
We'll have to wait another year.
Yeah.
Or a year and a half.
Yep. All right. Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.